If you're a Pittsburgh Pirates fan and you can't get on board with what they did at the trade deadline for the first time in about 8 years, 8, 9 years, however long it's been, and you can't get on board with this, I don't know what else to tell you. This team is 55 and 53 as of recording this video, which I know is not the best record in the MLB and not what everyone strives to really be. But I'm telling you, this team is way better than they were at this point last year. And Ben Cherington, credit to him, a guy I've been critical of all season. Credit to him. He is making a push for Bucktober, baby. What's going on, everybody? I'm Mac. Back with another video. As always, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, follow on Instagram. Link is down in the box below. This is probably the most excited I've been as a Pirates fan since 2015. I'm not kidding. It really is. The Pirates bought at the deadline like they should have. A lot of people were getting on Ben Cherington's case with the first couple hours of it of, why hasn't he made a move yet? Why haven't we traded for anybody yet? And then comes the Pirates trading for Brian De La Cruz from the Miami Marlins. Love this trade right here. Great impact player, and he just makes the team deeper. I mean, you take a look at his stats. Yeah, he's batting .245, but the guy has 18 home runs, 51 RBIs, and a 706 OPS. This kid is still controllable. He's still very young, and he still has a lot of time to marinate. And I think plugging him in the infield, plugging him in the outfield, rather, that is really going to flourish with him because the Pirates are dealing with a little bit of injuries of their own right now, mainly with G1 Bay and Josh Palacios. They're injured. So you put in Brian De La Cruz in that outfield, and that's going to be it's just going to be such a treat to see a young guy in that outfield who has some pop in the swing, just needs to work on the strikeouts a little bit more. But what we gave up for him was no big sacrifice, just some prospects that weren't really panning out with the Pirates, and the Marlins just, took up the scraps from us. But he brings flexibility into the outfield, and he has some pop in the bat. I can't wait to see it, man. I absolutely can't wait to see it. I didn't get to see the third game between the Pirates and the Astros, but honestly, I really don't care right now because we took the series against Houston, and I just want to talk about the trade deadline. I'll talk about the Pirates and the Astros on Friday, but I really want to get this out. Brian De La Cruz, great acquisition by Ben Cherington. Then, thinking it can't get any better, he does. How about Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, IKF? We get him from the Toronto Blue Jays, a guy who's batting .292, 7 homers, 33 RBIs. And this trade right here about IKF, it speaks volumes over the lack of confidence that the Pirates had in Liover Peguero. Because when Nick Gonzalez went down with that injury, and he's going to be missing some time, that's a big loss for us. Nick Gonzalez was hitting the ball real well, and he was playing some sharp defense as well. So that was a big loss right there. And when he went down, the Pirates seemed to have never even considered Liover Peguero to play second base. That kind of doesn't make any sense considering that all the chances that they give with Jack Sawinski in the outfield. But you get a guy like IKF who can play virtually any position in the infield. You plug him in at second base right away, And overall, you're just looking at a guy who can just do it all. He's even had some catcher experience as well. So maybe you get some patch up work right there behind home plate. I love this trade of IKF. IKF. The guy can hit. He's a smart contact guy, pure contact, get the ball and play kind of guy, defensive guru. And he doesn't even strike out a lot either. This guy is basically if Jared Triolo could hit. This is the guy that Pirate fans thought that Jared Triolo could have been. Oh, and guess what else, guys? IKF just so happens to be related to former Pirate legend Ralph Kiner. You know, Ralph Kiner, the all time home run leader for the Pirates. Yeah, IKF is related to him. I guess it runs in the family, don't it? I love this trade right here. I love it. I adore it. This is such a great acquisition right here. You know, the Blue Jays, they sold at the deadline heavily because they're last place in the AL East. I didn't think they'd move on from IKF. I know he was with the Yankees for a little bit too, and Yankee fans were kind of up in the air about him, but I think IKF is such a valuable piece to this team right here, and I think he finally has his home in Pittsburgh. I love this IKF trade, man. Then we get Jalen Beeks, a left-hander. Not super amazing. I think it's just a response to Ryan Barucki's injury. And, you know, you supplement the bullpen with another lefty because of Aroldis Chapman's concerns. So Jalen Beeks, we get him on over from the Colorado Rockies. So I'll take it. I mean, bullpen help is always welcome, especially with how underwhelming the bullpen's been this year. But, you know, like I said, it's not super amazing. It's just, you know, oh, we need a guy for the bullpen because we got someone hurt now. So let's get Jalen Beeks coming on over here. And finally, we traded Martin Perez to the San Diego Padres. If you've been following my channel, I've been an advocate of this. I said that Martin Perez needed to be traded because he got off to a great start with us. I'm not denying that, but ever since his injury and ever since that dreadful game where he gave up 6 runs and Derek Shelton left him in for dead to give up 3 more runs, he just hasn't been the same. So I think Martin Perez is a guy that we needed to move on from. Hopefully he can, you know, return to form in San Diego and turn things around, but it just wasn't working out with him. I think this opens up the door for Luis Ortiz right here. If anyone deserves a rotation spot right now, it has to be Luis Ortiz, in my opinion. Marco Gonzalez has been pitching real well too, but you know, like I keep saying, you need that one guy as your fifth starter, and I think right now Luis Ortiz has earned it. I don't know what the mindset of that was. Maybe it was, oh, we just really needed to move on from Martin Perez, or we're moving on from him because we're going to give Luis Ortiz that fifth rotation spot. So either case, I just think that we needed to move on from him. But overall, this was a great trade deadline for the Pirates. We are buyers, baby. How about that, Pirate fans? The Pirates are buyers at the deadline. The last time I recall that we were buyers at the deadline was 2018. And we all know what happened with that atrocity of a trade deadline in 2018. Keona Cole from the Texas Rangers, and of course, the infamous Chris Archer trade. But the Pirates buyers at the deadline. 2 valuable bats to add to the lineup, 2 valuable defensive aces to add to this team. Wow. Just wow. Like I said, I was so critical of Ben Cherington all season because I was like, you know, even if this team is going to be over 500 at the deadline, I don't think Cherington's going to do anything. Man, oh man, did Cherington shut me up big time. I am so happy to have been wrong about that. Let me tell you guys something. I want to be wrong. The Pirates are the only time in my life that I want to be wrong, except when I predict that they're going to win the World Series. But you get the point. The Pirates are the only time in my life that I want to be wrong. I'm serious. And Ben Cherington absolutely proved me wrong. Amazing trade deadline for the Pirates. They are serious about competing. Even if they don't make the playoffs this year, you know what? There's a lot to look forward to for 2025. Well done, Cherington. Well done. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'm Mac, checking on out for the day. Go Buccos, baby!